I think the predominant challenge that LGBTI communities face is because there's so much stigma associated, that a lot of the normal sources of income that we would explore, like corporates or individuals, are not available to LGBTI communities because of the discrimination, and in some countries it's outright dangerous for them to come out in the open. So that is one of the predominant challenges. So a lot of LGBTI groups are therefore restricted to two primary sources of funding. One is the foundations route, where they can raise funds from public, private, bilateral and multilateral sources. But the other area in which we really encourage LGBTI groups to think about raising money is through business propositions, income generation, not income generation activities for the community, but business activities, enterprises that they can set up and raise income that is not restricted to projects.
One of the principal prerequisites the donors require to give some funds to an organization is the material or the statistics or evidence that they've generated in the country. And for a constitutionally Islamic country like Pakistan, where we have the Sharia law in addition to the common law, the state doesn't collect any evidence on LGBTQI issues, and neither do other civil society organizations. This makes it very hard to pitch your ideas to donors, as we have absolutely no credible evidence with us to support our claims that rampant persecution of the LGBTQI community is happening in the country.
I think it's just the change of the guards. It's just the change of the leadership and also the change of the government. In fact, the National AIDS Control Program in India was one of the most resourceful and very diverse programs in terms of resources, both manpower and also financial. But after the new government coming in, I don't think so. In fact, I see a whole lack of political will to support the HIV programs. Also, adding to that, also there are some statistics which are showing the decline in HIV rate among a few populations. But you know, to generalize it in a country like India is still very difficult. So I think it's a whole absence of political will and political commitment to HIV, which is driving it.
Very challenged to get fund always, because people want to know what they are doing, okay, and also in the ATG 12A government process also is very tight nowadays, you know, and no one not ready to give without any reason to give money the organizations. Okay, so it's very difficult to find, but at the same time we are doing the fundraising program for the especially cultural shows. It will be okay for the transgender organizations, and also income generations program like pottery and water painting and doing mehendi and rangoli and fundraiser calendar. These are all income from sources for income generation for the business. That is also difficult to put the money in the bank. They are asked too many questions. Where will you get money this?
So far, the workshop has got us to think out of the box, find innovative ways of generating income for sustainability. Started by looking at fundraising, different ways of doing it, communication strategies, target audiences, mapping out target audiences. I think we are proceeding very well, and I'm here with 3 colleagues in Sri Lanka who are working with organizations focusing on MSM and transgender group. Both the capital city and southern provinces are represented here. Our expectation is to take back a solid business plan, and giving the leadership to this initiative, I intend to follow up, then to address the business plan, implement it, address hiccups, perhaps raise funds, and the workshop all in all got us thinking and moving in the right direction, and hopefully will yield a tangible result.
Personally, I believe that this workshop, sustainability and resource mobilization workshop, help me to understand better how to introduce with the donor very innovatively and shortly and also smartly. And the second thing I just learned from this workshop that the concept note principles, how to produce the concept note and how to deliver to the donor. So it will help us to a lot of the area to develop the concept note and resource mobilization as well.
At first, I will be training the CBO's member and energize them and mobilize them to for raising the fund from private donors. And I know the private donors can donate us, so we have to try. Why not? We have to try.